14th. But the French troops returned in realer numbers 2 years later, and the garrison just upped and ran away, surrendering the castle without a fight. The French then systematically destroyed the castle, leaving it much as we see today. The castle is open to the public, and you can explore these underground passages and ruins. It's really quite a maze. You know, at its height, this castle would house a full garrison of 2,000 soldiers. Today, this castle is owned by this little town of St. Goar. It's partially inhabited. You can see there's a restaurant, a small hotel, a youth hostel, and a museum here at Castle Rheinfels.
This is just so pretty there. Well, I expected nothing less.
And most people are people that are easy to talk to or care for the same reason.
Well, I wish they had a 110 plug in here.
A 110.
They have a German plug over there.
Yeah, I know about that.
And some of you in our nautical talk, we were discussing with the captain about navigational rules on the river, and we mentioned about that blue square that the captain can raise and lower on the wheelhouse. And if you look back at the wheelhouse, you'll see that the captain's raised his blue square on the starboard side. You'll see the vessel that's approaching us coming up river also has their blue square raised on their wheelhouse, also on the starboard side, meaning that we're passing starboard.
Oh, look.
Oh. A hawk of some kind or falcon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've already mentioned that as we travel down the River Rhine today, it's really a floating lesson in medieval rivalry. At every curve, another castle appears high atop the river's bank, each representing a landlord's claim on the territory below. And there are really three castles, or a couple of castles in particular, that illustrate this shifting balance of power that once characterized the mighty river region. This castle that we can see now coming up on our right side is the Castle Thurenberg, that was built by the Archbishop of Trier around about 1356. Now, we mentioned just previously, and we saw these two castles that were built by the wealthy counts von Katzellenbogen. So we passed the castle Rheinfels, and we also passed the castle Katz. Now, these powerful merchants, the von Katzellenbogen, were already proud owners of 138 villages, and they named their new castle that we passed just previously Burg Neu-Katzellenbogen, but it became known as Burg Katz or Katz Castle. So predictably, this castle that was built by the church, the Thorenberg Castle, was nicknamed Burg Maus, Mouse Castle. Thus the antagonism between Mouse, officially known as Burg Thorenberg.
Oh, yeah. What was this called?
Thornburg.
Berg Castle Mouse.
Do something like that.
Yeah, this is Berg Castle Mouse.
Something like that. Come on, I don't want to picture the ship. I gotta get that little line out of there. Okay, I can see what I need to do. Get down like this.
It's a real challenge. Put a little house up at the top, like to the top of the vineyard, where that shed is up there.
Yeah.
A waterfowl over there.
You climb up there all day and work, you wouldn't want to come back, have to walk all the way back down, so you stay up
I don't
there.
see it.
Right there around that sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that. I don't know if you take photos.
One little ship going, you really just terminal all this, terminal in the water.
Log River.
Oh wow, look at hotel.
Last night.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know that many of you have been looking at the different boats and barges that we've been passing, and we've seen some of these very traditional barges, the ones with the washing line, the family car, perhaps the children's playpen on the deck, the lace curtains and flower pots in the windows. These quaint barges are often run by families. According to law, there has to be a crew of 3, so the father, the captain, is 1, an employee is the 2nd, and the wife doubles as the 3rd. Children are allowed to stay on the barge until they're of school age, and then they can either go to school in their parents' hometown or to a special school for children of those working on the river. But really, gone are the romantic days of the past, because today, like in so many businesses, time is money, and there's the pressure of the timetable and of using your barge efficiently. Not only that, but being a captain is a very highly technical subject these days and requires more and more education and training. So as the romanticism goes out of the business, so do many people. For example, in the 60s, there were over 6,000 separate companies operating ships under German flag on the Rhine, but by 1984, this number had dropped to about 2,000. There is also what's called the Schubboot, which comes from the German word schieben, which means to push, and the word literally translates in English as pushboat. So the Schubboot is nothing more than a power unit together with the bridge and the living quarters of the crew. It doesn't have a cargo hold of its own, and it's a bit like an articulated truck without its trailer, and the principle's really the very same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, just to stop talking about ships for a moment and to point out something unusual, it's not a castle, but it is an unusual construction. So if you look on the right, we're passing now a white and a cream building. It's called Zur Klosterschenke, and it's a bar and a church in one. You have to actually go through the bar to get to church, or vice versa. You can see it here, it's the white building's the bar, Zur Klosterschenke, and the chapel or the church is just behind it. Interesting. Apparently it's up for sale, so there's a new business venture for you. Zur Klosterschenke, bar and church in one.
That is too cute. And it's got a rooster on the top. And when you're watching the live, yes. I'll show you, did I show you the phone? I have the phone.
Oh, you do? In English?
Email.
Okay.
Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, back to the shub boats. So the shub boat, push boat, coming from the German word schieben. It's really a very capital-intensive form of shipping. The boat's never unemployed. It doesn't have to wait at anchor while cargo's being loaded or unloaded. On the contrary, it just detaches itself from its barges and off it goes in search of its next cargo, hitches up and off it sets on its travels, so it can be used 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that blue square on the passenger vessel approaching us, starboard, starboard, as we pass.
They don't have any balconies, they had a big window, that way they can sit in the room by the.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
They kind of have a balcony. I think that's a window that drops down.
Yeah, something.
And then there's inside and outside, which is kind of drops down. Nice beach.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now passing kilometre marking 561, and our next castles are at kilometre marking 566. So you've got about 5 kilometres if you wanted to grab yourself a coffee, hot chocolate. First beer of the morning.
Actually, I'm going to go get some hot chocolate. You want some?
Oh, no. But thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, the camera's recording here.
Just so no one knows it all.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Perfect. Yeah.
How are you?
vessels coming up river have got the right of way. So they determine if they're going to pass short tide or slow tide.
Nothing could be better than this there. No. I wish I could find a way to. Post these to straight to Facebook.
You survived.
Oh, yes. Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like it that much.
I just don't think it works.
No.
But
This is just churning. Maybe I
as long as you don't chop the head off or chop the legs off.
When you're a good photographer, when you
Yes,
can aim
human
it
error every once in a while.
when you can aim it properly, it takes you further. He gets me aiming me now. The fight is still in the truck, doesn't it? Said earlier, so I got that a couple of weeks before I went away, and I really never got a chance because she was tired. She didn't mind for me to set it up. Change it around so I can redo my own. So I was at the same friends, so I can ring her up and ask her how to do stuff. Then I text this one, asking her to fix the email.
Here's a notch. Here's notch. Here's notch.
And every time I go to use it, I
Lovely duck. Like, can you do these little baby sips? Baby sip, baby sip, baby sip. Hot chocolate. Beer.
just get used to them staying in places.
Their hot chocolate's delicious.
Really?
Yep.
No, it's too much chocolate for me. I'll have to see if we shop in any pictures.
Oh my goodness. goodness, look at, oh my gosh. How could you even, I mean, how could you even gain access between the train and the highway, and then, I mean, how do you even get there? Sheep.
Oh, yeah.
Or goats or whatever.
Yeah, I think they're both goats.
Oh, there's you.
What do you mean?
On the photo. John, you're so...
Oh, I did.
You don't know they've been running photos back through the entire time. You
No.
are the most unobservant.
Okay, I've been focusing on this.
Do you know they've been running photos?
I do now.
Okay, well, there was a photo of you.
Just me? What was I doing?
Walking. I mean, I knew it was you immediately. There you are with your little hat on. Your green shirt. That's Heidelberg. So I don't know what you were doing, but you were by yourself. As soon as I saw the individual man walking somewhere, I went, yep, that's Raul.
Yeah, that's Raul.
Him in his green shirt. So the next time I say, there you are, I mean, there you are back there on the video.